It is the Hudson Show on Radio U, 8772 Radio U. Producer Aly has joined me for a food fight, and I'm sorry that so early on in your career here at Radio U, we have to go with such a nasty, I'm assuming anyways, food fight. But Jimmy John's has unveiled, and they started selling it earlier this week, the Picklewich, which is literally a sandwich with a pickle substituted for bread. It looks surprisingly impressive, very meaty, which I'm sorry to say. I think it's just how they've rolled it all up. Because I think if you just put this on bread, it would be more flat and it wouldn't look as meaty as it is. Mm-hmm. But it's literally, we got the Vito Picklewich, salami, capicola. What's that?
I don't know.
Provolone, that's cheese. Onion, lettuce, tomato, oil and vinegar, oregano, basil, and a whole sliced pickle. And they're only selling this for a couple weeks. I can't imagine why. They also have pickled Jimmy chips. People love the chips from Jimmy John's. And so these chips that we'll get to are salty, sour, and dilly pickle flavor added to our classic Jimmy chips. So we'll get to both of those. What do you want to do first? The chips or which, to be clear, are regular potato chips that are dill flavored. They're not pickled chips, which I was kind of, in a weird way, I was hoping for that.
Right, yeah. I think I'm probably going to like the pickle chips because I've had like dill pickle flavored chips before and have not had any issues. Mm. So let's get the worst part out of the way. Yeah, rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah. All right. Well,
sandwich.
If for those watching on the Hudson Show YouTube and Facebook, you can see that like it may not actually wind up being that much more pickly than an average pickle sandwich because they've taken all of the middle fleshy part of the pickle away.
Yeah.
I'm also concerned it's dripping on our equipment. So yeah, I should probably be careful.
It might be a mess. It's definitely a little bit messy for sure because it got a little bit on the receipt. And I was like, oh, gosh.
And everything smells pickly around here now.
Yeah, it's just going to be smelling pickle in the studio for the next couple of days.
Yeah. And our hands are going to smell pickly no matter what I do.
This is like disintegrating.
Mrs. Hudson is not going to want to kiss me for a while. Not that that's different from normal, but all right, here we go.
Oh, I'm so not looking forward to this.
Oh, it's hard to bite. Or do I just not want to bite it?
Mm-mm. No. I feel like I'm chewing right into the microphone, and I'm sorry about that.
No, you have to do that in a food fight.
Okay,
Pickle,
what are your thoughts?
Meat, cheese, oregano, basil. This is pretty good. I think I've got pickles all wrong.
If I had to eat this whole thing, I mean, I already have way too much pickle on my tongue right now. Mm-hmm. I can't. That's gonna go be donated to Nene.
I'm I actually serious. I don't like pickles. I don't think it's that bad. I wouldn't want to eat more of it. I don't want to eat more.
It wasn't as bad as what I was expecting, but that's probably because I kept my expectations extremely low. Mm-hmm. But if I had to take another bite of it, I think it would like enhance the pickle flavor. You know what I mean?
You just get more and more.
Yeah.
You know, it would make.
But it was hard to bite.
It's not. It is hard to bite. It's not bad. You know what would make it better?
What?
Bread. If it was actually a sandwich,
no way.
I think it would be way better. All right, let's try these chips. They can't be worse than the sandwich I just ate.
I got so much pickle juice on these chips from the sandwich. Oh, that's way too much.
Listen to that crunch. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't know if I care for. It's like a worse version of a salt and vinegar chip.
It's not. I love salt and vinegar chips. This is not it.
Yeah. You have to really love pickle to love any of this.
Yeah. Especially the chips. I was not expecting them to be that strong.
It's in your face.
I've had dill pickle before, but that is a lot of pickle.
Yeah. This is
like spicy pickle.
A real dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in.
We found ourselves in a real pickle doing this Jimmy John's food fight.
You know what? Credit A for effort, I guess.
Yeah.
They got us to do, you know what they got us to do? A Jimmy John's food fight, which we've never done on the Hudson Show before. So in that sense, that's working. I do wish, like, why do we have to do the Picklewich? They also have new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Why couldn't we do that instead? That sounds much better. Way better.
The smoked bourbon, I would have loved that immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Clip that. It's the Hudson